This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
At Itawamba Community College, your education is our top priority. With a 20-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio, you will get the help that you need from your instructors. With 3 locations in Fulton, Tupelo, and Belden, ICC offers classes that will prepare you to enter almost any job field of your choice. Learn more about Wallet Hub's #1 community college in Mississippi and the 25th best in the country by visiting iccms.edu or apply online at apply.iccms.edu. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocados, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done.
Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that.
Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
Good evening and Roll Tribe ICC fans as we're getting set for the first basketball game of the season between ICC and Volunteer State. Adam Gore, Jordan Smith courtside here in the ICC Alumni Affairs and Foundation broadcast booth. Remember, if you want to find out how you can contribute to Itawamba Community College, visit iccms.edu/foundation. Well, Jordan, it's going to be a learning experience for all of us tonight. Don't know a whole lot about the Lady Indians this year. Don't know a whole lot about Volunteer State. But first game of the year, always the most fun game of the year, especially when you get to see sort of a new chapter in the ICC women's basketball history.
Absolutely. Coach Robin Porter, been with the team for 9 years now as an assistant. Steps in, will coach her first game as the head coach of the Lady Indians tonight. You know, Adam, she's got a good team returning, a team that won the Northern Division Championship last year. So a lot of returners off that club back here tonight. And we'll see what they can get trending for the 1920 season.
We're about a minute and 40 seconds away from that First American National Bank opening tip here from Fulton. We're going to take a timeout here, another word from our sponsors, and come back with tonight's Coca-Cola starting lineups here on the ICC Sports Network.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here, and it's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
You live life on your own terms. You won't be told what you can't do, and we're here to back you. From the boardroom to the big stage, Renaissance Bank supports women striving for success. Because greatness isn't held to anyone's expectations, except yours. So if anyone says you can't, prove them wrong. Rise with Renaissance, supporting women and the communities they influence every day.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocados, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done.
Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that.
Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Davis event.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we're going to take you to the floor for the playing of the national anthem and tonight's Coca-Cola starting lineups between ICC and Volunteer State. The first home game of the year, first game of the year for both, for both the men's and women's team. Volunteer State comes in with an 0-1 record. Let's take you to the floor now for the playing of the national anthem and tonight's starting lineups.
Is committed to the ideals of good sportsmanship, safety, and fair play. We ask all fans, coaches, and players to show respect for the opposing team, game officials, and each other before, during, and after today's game. Persons throwing objects or participating in other acts in conflict with good sportsmanship, safety, and fair play are subject to ejection and prosecution. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated. We ask that you please rise now as we honor America with the national anthem by the ICC All-American Pep Band under the direction of Brian Todd. And now, introducing the starting lineup for the visiting Lady Pioneers. Freshman number 5, Kiana Logan. Sophomore number 11, Xavier Williams. Freshman number 12, Anaya Martin. Number 13, Alex McFarland. Number 14, Tondriana Davis. The Lady Pioneers are coached by head coach Otis Key and his assistant, Tony Thompson. And now, the starting lineup for your Lady Indians. At guard, sophomore number 4, Whitney Watkins. At forward, freshman number 5, Zaire Burgess. At the point guard position, sophomore number 11, Tabria Gandy. Sophomore number 23 at forward, Keely Wilson. And rounding out the starting five at forward, freshman number 24, Mariah Holly. The Indians are under the direction of head coach Robin Porter and assistant coach Sean Allen.
And there you heard tonight's Coca-Cola starting lineups presented by the Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, ICC, and Coke. Now that's a winning combination, and first-year head coach Robin Porter hoping she's got that winning combo put together tonight. Gordon, real quick for those that may have not heard them, give us that starting lineup for your Lady Indians.
Yeah, Whitney Watkins will be one of the guards out of Decatur, Alabama, a 5'8" sophomore who played in 26 games last year but is coming on as a starter this year. The point guard will be Tabria Gandy out of Starkville, a 5'3" sophomore. Keely Wilson will be a guard, a sophomore out of Horn Lake. Mariah Holland, a guard out of Lafayette County High School, will be the fourth guard. So 4 guards around 1 forward. That forward also a freshman out of Lafayette County High School. That is Zaire Burgess.
And that is, again, your ICC starting lineup being brought to you by Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Buddy Long and Company, a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics here on the ICC Sports Network. We're just moments away from that First American National Bank opening tip here between ICC and Volunteer State. Volunteer State will be in the red uniforms trimmed in white. ICC will be in the white uniforms trimmed in red and blue. It'll be Holland to tip things off here, and the season is on its way as ICC controls the opening tip. They'll be moving left to right on your computer screen. Actually, it's probably backwards since the camera's on the opposite side of the floor. Either way it goes, this is going to be Gandy with the basketball. Looking to go inside, nothing there. Now kicks it back out. Tough defense by Volunteer State to start. Nearly gets the turnover. Three-point basket's on its way. Yes!
And that's Whitney Watkins over there, Adam. She was only 7 of 43 from the three-point line last year, but she sinks that one home as the Indians almost get a turnover there, but Volunteer State able to get the football back, or the basketball back. There it was for the first time.
That's what I said. I said we're going to have to transition from football to soccer to basketball, but a big way to start the season there as that three-point basket knocked down by Watkins. 3-0 is the score, ICC. 9:14 to play now here in the first quarter. Volunteers with the basketball. They're working it around. Jumper from the key is up. It's going to be short, no good. Rebound, ripped down that time. That's going to be Wilson, Keely Wilson with the rebound, and a foul on Volunteer State.
Yeah, and that's one of those fouls there that Coach Key down here from Volunteer State not going to be happy with. You're 80 feet away from the basket, trying to get back in transition, and just all over the lady with the ball. Not a good foul.
So it'll be ICC ball here. They lead it 3-0 after a Whitney Watkins three-pointer to start the contest. ICC with it now. 2-3 zone, maybe a matchup zone. And that appears to be what they show, 2-3. Then they fall back in a swapping man-to-man. I don't know. What do you call a matchup zone here? As this jumper, left-handed, is up off the mark. No good. Rebound being fought for, out of bounds. Last touch by Volunteer State.
That's a great job by your point guard there, too, and Tabria Gandy coming in there after the shot, fighting for the offensive rebound. Gets in there, causes some congestion. Volunteer State knocks it out of bounds, and the Indians will get back for an inbound play.
So it'll be ICC ball on the baseline. Get it inside quickly. Turnaround shot blocked that time. Loose ball on the floor. Still loose, and it's going to be a jump ball as that was Burgess coming in, putting the shot up. It was number 14, Davis, coming away with the block shot there. Big defensive stand, and Volunteer State will get in on the alternate possession.
ICC looks like they'll go back to that full court pressure.
That's one thing that ICC has been well known for, and of course, Coach Robin Porter coaching underneath Coach Nancy Gray for those years as assistant coach. You know you're probably going to see a lot of similarities out of those teams as there's a jumper in the paint, no good, as that was Wilson that time. Maybe a little bit too wide open for Wilson.
Well, you hear Coach Porter over here on the sideline say you got to have that one. And when you have that 2-on-1 in transition after the turnover, you need Wilson to knock that one home on the breakaway.
3-0 is still your score here. ICC with the early advantage. 8:20 to play here in the first quarter. Good crowd here for the first home game of the year. Expect that crowd to continue to fill in, especially after BSU gets over with tonight. They meet each Monday nights at 7:07. Near travel, no call. Volunteer State doing a good job of working the ball around the perimeter, but great movement defensively by the Indians. Three-point basket partially blocked that time. Loose ball ends up in the hands of Volunteer State, and the basket is up in and good for Davis. 3-2 now is the score. ICC with a 1-0.
There it was. We've both done it once now.
We've done it. I worked so hard to remember the fact that 0 equaled nil in soccer that is coming across in basketball. But 3-2 is actually the score as ICC with it. Looking to go inside, spinning around. Shot is up, and she's fouled. And we'll head to the free throw line here as this will be Holland going to the line.
Great ball movement there as Whitney Watkins is able to see Mariah Holland roll towards the goal. Holland does a great job, tries to put it off the glass and gets fouled. Now here will be where ICC needs to sink home 2 free throws.
So Holland, one of those new faces on the team this year. Southpaw's first free throw is up, in, and good. Nice, good-looking rotation on that. Good flex in the knees, high-arching free throw. Nails it home to give ICC the 2-point advantage. Waiting the second free throw. It's on its way, and it's good as well. Rattles that one home now, and ICC extends its lead to 5-2. Back in that press, ICC forced a turnover last time they jumped in this full court trapping press. This time Volunteer State doing a much better job breaking the press. Now the good extra pass, but great hustle that time by Whitney Watkins getting down the floor and breaking up the interior pass.
Yeah, the key to that full court press is that athleticism. If the ball's able to advance past the numbers, you've got to be able to get back in transition. Good job by Watkins there to get in, knock that ball away, and save what would have been an easy layup.
So the ball on the baseline here for the Lady Pioneers. Volunteer State, they're just above Nashville. So a long trip here for Volunteer State. They try to feed it inside, nearly taken away by the Indians. Turnaround shot is up, in, and good. It looks like the offense is focused around Davis as she's got both points now here for Volunteer State. So ICC with the basketball now. Swings it into the corner. This is going to be Burgess with it. Back up top to Gandy. Gandy back into the corner they go with it. Looking to go inside. Nothing there. Great defense. Kicked it across. Long pass. Three-point shot is off the mark. No good. Rebound. Pulled down by Volunteer State, and that's going to be a foul. Whistled, I believe, on Watkins, and yes, it will be. Each team with one foul in the contest.
Not a terrible foul there on Whitney Watkins. If she doesn't commit that personal there, that's going to be a 2-on-0 breakaway. And some substitutions for the first time tonight from both teams.
This is going to be Dunlap coming into the contest here for ICC. This substitution being brought to you by Cagle Eye Center. If you want to set up your appointment to get your eyes checked out, give them a call at 862-EYES. That's 862-EYES. Ball State with the basketball. Man-to-man defense out of the Lady Indians. Extended well beyond the three-point line. Looking to go in on the drive, running shot. Now drops it off on the baseline. Knifing inside, jumpers up, in and good. Just snuck that one across the front of the rim that time, did Williams. And now, for the first time tonight, the Pioneers with the lead. 6-5. 6:27 to play here in the first quarter. ICC trailing. Gandy, high arching three-pointer. Off the mark, no good. Not the shot you're looking for there if you're the Lady Indians. So now here comes Ball State quickly down the other end. Spots up for a three-pointer in the corner, drains it. That was number 13 with the three-pointer. That's McFarland. And ICC takes a quick timeout here to get refocused on defense as Jordan is now, I've got to get my score corrected here. 9-5 is the score.
Yeah, you've seen that offense from Volunteer State able to really work from inside out. The first 6 points they scored were off the right block, but there the transition three as the point guard looks like she's going to attack the goal, kicks out to wide open Alex McFarland, and that's how you jump right back into a basketball game in a hurry and take the lead. 9-5, Volunteer State on top, 6:10 to play in the opening period.
Volunteer State, they are 1-0 on the year. They dropped a decision to Wallace Hansville. They got a lot of long road trips to start the season. Coming here on a Monday, go back home, and I believe Thursday or Friday, turn around and go to Northeast as well. So, yeah, no rest for the weary as they're going to be the road warriors to start the season here for Volunteer State. So ICC with the basketball. Looks like Shemaya Williams has checked into the contest for the Indians during that timeout. That substitution being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. Follow them on Twitter at ICCBSU. Got a foul here, and this is going to be on number 12, and that's going to be the second foul whistled on Martin. So you figure she'll come out. Yes, she will. And Woodard will come in.
You know, Adam, they only dress 9 ladies.
Yeah.
And you talk about a team in ICC who's shown early on they're going to press you, they're going to try to run in transition. Already got one of your starters in foul trouble. Eventually, you've got a numbers problem.
Tamoya Brownlee checking in for ICC, and then it was Douglas checking in for the Lady Pioneers. So ICC with the basketball. Looking to spin. Good, tough defense out of Ball State. Now kicks it to the baseline. Baseline jumper up, bouncing around, no good. Nice block out underneath that time by Davis to grab the rebound. And now here comes Volunteer State. They lead it by 4. 5:40 to go here in the first quarter. 9-5 is the score. Resetting. They're being much more patient. They saw them hit the panic button early when ICC jumped out in that press, but they've been able to handle it pretty well afterwards. Three-point basket. The iron, oh, so kind that time as Kayla Woodard knocked down that three. And this is ballooned in a hurry here. 12-5 now is the score. Volunteer State with the lead.
Indians going ice cold on the offensive possession for the better part of the last 3 minutes.
ICC with it now on the right wing. Swings it back up top. Settles for another three-pointer. Back iron, no good. Nice job that time by Gandy to tip the rebound. Putback is not there. The second time is a charm. As that was Brownlee sticking with it. Was able to put up the flat-footed shot and get it to fall. A big-time bucket there. Big-time needed basket as well for ICC. Now here comes ICC trying to get out in transition, but great job helping on the backside. That time was Douglas to take it away. Got to have better communication in transition that time by ICC. 12-7 is your score. 4.5 to play here in the first quarter. Volunteer State now looking to go in on the drive. Nothing there. Kicks it out to the baseline. Good switch on the defense that time. Driving inside. That should be a charge. What are they going to call? No, they're going to call it a block on ICC. Well, I thought she was there in time was Williams, but maybe she had her foot on the arch that time. So it'll be a pair of free throws coming up here for number 13, Alex McFarland.
That's the only thing I could think it would be there, Adam, was she looked set, but maybe that heel was inside the arc there that would constitute that block, and that's going to get Alex McFarland, who does have a three-point basket already on the night, to the free throw stripe.
So winning the first free throw here is good for McFarland. She now has 4 points. She and Davis leading the way for Volunteer State here early on. Chance to double up the Indians here with a made free throw. And it's up in and good. So McFarland now with 5 points. She leads all scorers in the contest. 14-7 is your score. Vol State with the lead here over your Lady Indians. All right, Jordan, so we've seen the Lady Indians so far, 5 minutes into the contest. And other than the cold shooting right now, what's your thoughts so far on the team?
Well, I like the way they've tried to get the ball out in transition, just has not finished on the offensive end often enough. Been a lot of forced shots, especially from the three-point line.
Gandy, the smallest player on the floor that time, goes up and gets the rebound, had her shot blocked, was able to get it back. New rule in basketball this year is that three-pointer is off the mark, no good. Gandy with another rebound, count the basket.
Well, just a great job there by Tabria Gandy. It's a give and go. She gives off a three-point shot that, may not have been the shot that you were looking for, but still, good job by Gandy to crash the board. And the point guard goes in, gets the rebound, and the put-back layup, and one. She'll go to the free throw line.
A big basket there. And Jordan, let me go back and complete that thought. All right, anything on the front court this year that hits the rim, a dead ball, a foul, anything inside 20 seconds, as the free throw is good for Gandy. The clock resets to 20 this year instead of 30, so you got to be mindful of that here early on as that shot clock resetting as there's a ball taken away by ICC and a foul. And who's it going to be on? It looks like it's going to be on Vol State, but yeah, so a quicker shot clock once you get that rebound after a miss.
And Adam, that's the second foul now by Kayla Woodard. So we mentioned earlier, only 9 ladies on the roster for Volunteer State. 2 of those are already in foul trouble with 3:51 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, so a tough foul there as well, as Woodard will have to sit down with her second foul. And this could be something ICC could take advantage of here, is getting players in foul trouble, especially early on here. We still got 3:51 to go in the first quarter. Free throws coming up here. First one is on its way, short, but found its way to rattle in that time for Keely Wilson.
This is somewhere that Keely Wilson really had to be looking to improve on this year from last year. Only shot the free throw line 62.7% last year, but a chance to go 2 for 2 here early on tonight.
Second free throw on its way, and nothing but the bottom of the net there. Nice job by ICC storming back in this one. It's a 2-point contest, and there's a turnover. Gandy with the steal. Gandy wanting to drive baseline, goes underneath. Layup is up in and good.
Now Volunteer State's going to have to burn a timeout. Adam, you've seen back-to-back possessions where ICC's been able to set up that full-court press, force 2 turnovers, and a quick 5-0 run.
Timeout on the floor. We're going to take it with them. Back with more right after this.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back as we reset out of the timeout. 3:41 to go here in the first quarter. ICC, after trailing by 7, is on a 7-0 run here. Ties it up at 14. Jordan, big-time spark powered by that pressure of ICC.
Well, back-to-back possessions, ICC's been able to force a turnover. That's forced 5 consecutive points. Now they have a chance again to set this press up, and we'll see what Coach Otis Key has drawn up as far as a press breaker is concerned. But ICC, when they've had the chance to get the press in, has really caused havoc so far tonight.
ICC in that full court press again here has caused back-to-back turnovers. Now they zip it up the floor, and there's going to be 3 straight turnovers. And now ICC with it. Going to drive inside, scoop shot up in the paint, too hard, no good. Rebound and a foul on ICC. That's going to be on Holland of the Lady Indians. One of those, a freshman, you don't mind seeing that type of an aggressive foul trying to get after that offensive rebound.
Here's the thing, though, with that press, when you do force the turnover, you got to score quick in transition. You need those buckets off the turnover.
14-14 is your score. 3:19 to play here in the first quarter. This time, Volunteer State able to dribble through the pressure. ICC gets back nicely. So Vol State working with 14 seconds on the shot clock. Now looking to go inside. Nothing there. Near turnover again. ICC, man, moves so quickly. As now there's 5 seconds. Going to have to hurry. NBA range 3 on its way. Well off the mark, no good. And the rebound is going to be corralled by Holland that time. Great defense that time to force him into the bad shot. Gandy, extra pass. Layup is good. Beautiful basketball there.
That's what you're looking for right there. It doesn't have to be off the press. Anytime you can get the basketball out in transition, ball movement will definitely help you out as their ICC forces another turnover. This press right now is something that Volunteer State has no idea how to break.
Well, credit Coach Porter coming in and calling that timeout, really amped up the pressure. Didn't really get into the girls that hard, said, hey, focus, let's turn the heat up on this pressure and force some turnovers. That's what they've done. Currently on a 9-0 run?
That'd be correct.
So a 9-0 run here for ICC. Into the corner they go with it. Trying to get it inside. Now they do so. They lob it inside, but nice backside help defense as that was Douglas coming in to take it away. Now here comes Volunteer State. You know, that's going to be one thing Volunteer State's going to have to do when they do have the opportunity to rush the ball up the floor, as there's going to be just a foul that time as Shamaya Williams is trying to rush over in a hurry to defend the three, got her across the arm. But Volunteer State, they're going to have to hit that panic button, not necessarily hit that panic button, but no, they got to get the ball up the floor in a hurry against this ICC defense.
Especially off a missed bucket. That means the defense does not have time to get set. You can push down the floor, and typically you'll have numbers off that missed bucket. That in relation to when ICC's coming off a made bucket, they have time to set up that full court press defense. And you've seen so far tonight, the ladies in red have not figured out how to break the press.
So a chance to tie it here with a pair of made free throws. I think she's actually going to get 3 free throws here, as this one is off the mark, no good, as this is Douglas at the free throw line. Didn't know if they showed a 2 or 3 on that last attempt.
Yeah, she was definitely out behind the arch.
They are going to give her 3, so that free throw is good. So a chance to tie it here with the made free throw on this opportunity. Douglas taking a whole lot of time, fires and sinks it. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. If you can find a way to send it home, 2 of 3 from the charity stripe that time. We're now tied at 16. So ICC with the basketball, working with it on the right wing, looking to drive inside. Great man-to-man defense out of Volunteer State. Also checking into the contest was Scarlett Guess. Trying to see ICC send in 2 that time. I think Burgess came back into the contest. This is Wilson with the basketball. And there's going to be a hand check foul here. Oh, I think ICC called a really good break that time.
Well, that's the one right there. If you're Coach Otis Key with Volunteer State, you just kind of pull your hair out a little bit as you look out on the floor, look up at the play clock, the shot clock, and there's 4 seconds left on it. And you're going to foul 30 feet away from the basket. That, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, but still, if it's close enough to be called in that situation, that's one that's going to hurt you.
Wilson to the free throw line. Makes the first one. She's got 3 points this evening.
All 3 of those from the charity stripe so far. The sophomore guard out of Horn Lake shot at 62.5% off the free throw stripe last year. And now for the 4th time tonight, she puts it up. It goes through. She's 4 of 4 so far on the young campaign.
Substitution back into the contest here for ICC is going to be Trebria Gandy, as Wilson will check out here. Let's reset your Coca-Cola lineup on the floor for ICC. You've got Dunlap wearing number 3. 11 is Trebria Gandy. 10 is Guess. You've got 30 and Pfeiffer, who's checked into the contest, and number 5, Burgess, all on the floor here for your Lady Indians. Try to go back door, and there's a steal by ICC. Good job by Pfeiffer getting back. She noticed somebody cut to the backside, jumped inside that passing lane, and took it away. Gandy with the basketball. Oh, a little shake and bake, but nobody there to help as she has to kick it right back out and reset the offense. 15 seconds on the shot clock, and then just a little bit of miscommunication. First time we've seen that tonight, though, out of the case of ICC, is they just throw that one away.
Yeah, that's the case. You got 2 guards, one in Zari Dunlap and Tabria Gandy, the other. Kind of a little bit of confusion on who's calling the shots offensively. Throw that one away and give up a turnover.
ICC falling back defensively, getting set to send in a sub to the next opportunity. 1:15 to go here in the first quarter. Lady Indians with an 18-16 advantage. Ooh, high pass, but a nice job that time by McFarland to climb the ladder and go get it. 3-pointer from the corner is on its way. Good.
I'll tell you what, it's that shot right there, Adam, that's kept them in the game so far. The 3rd 3-pointer of the first quarter for the Lady Pioneers.
And the lead back to the Lady Pioneers now, 19-18. Inside a minute to play, and you're correct. Lady Pioneers have hit 3 3-pointers to only 1 for ICC. Gandy with it, kicks it out. 3-pointer on its other way, can't find the answer, and long rebound to the backside, that time to McFarland. Well, ICC has settled for a lot of 3-pointers so far here in the first quarter. Haven't been able to put them down the way Volunteer State has so far. 34 seconds to go here in the first quarter. About 15 seconds in the shot clock and the game clock. Looks like they may want to try to hold off for the final shot here, as this is Logan with the basketball. ICC extending that defense well beyond the 3-point line. Now the wild shot put up. That one off the mark. No good. Offensive rebound. And we've got a foul on the Lady Indians. That foul's going to be whistled on number 11, Gandy. And don't know how she found the basketball that time. Williams surrounded by 3 ICC players. And that time the ball just wanted to go to her instead of any of the Lady Indians.
Not a very good job boxing out there by ICC late in that possession. Had a chance to get the basketball back with 15 seconds left to hold it, run one last play, and they don't get the defensive rebound. That allows 11 and Aya Martin to get to the free throw line for the first time tonight and try to expand this lead.
As the first free throw is up and good.
Excuse me, that's Xavier Williams at the free throw line.
Into the contest for ICC, number 14, Tatiana Normant, as the second free throw good as well. Lead now to 3. So ICC can hold off for the final shot here. 7 seconds to play. Driving inside, just lost a handle on the basketball. They're going to say last touch by Volunteer State. As you saw that time, Wilson going aggressive to the basket. Good help defense, slapped the ball away, and ICC has it with 3.9 seconds left on the clock here, so going to have to get up something in a hurry. Don't necessarily have to rush, but you do have to be kind of sensible of where the clock is. Shot is up and count the basket.
Man, great job there by Zaire Burgess as she takes the pass, rolls to her left, a little baby hook there to end up the first quarter. Pioneers lead 21-20 after 1.
We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Carhop Classic for just $2.99 is the perfect 1-2 punch of flavor and value. Time that! You need a trainer to help you eat the burger?
Hey, stay out of this. Don't get in my head, man. There's barely room for me in there.
Hurry in and try quarter-pound double cheeseburger or 6-inch Philly plus tots for $2.99.
My mom never let me eat this much cookie dough.
What would she say if she saw you eating this big scoop cookie dough blast?
I don't know. I asked her.
Don't tell your father.
Oh, naughty, naughty.
Hurry in and scoop up our new cookie dough treats. Try order ahead to get happy hour anytime.
And welcome back as we start the second quarter of play. Volunteer State with a 21-20 lead here over ICC. Adam Gore, Jordan Smith here in the ICC Alumni Affairs and Foundation broadcast booth. A mad scramble for the ball, and ICC turns it over to start the second half. All right, Jordan, what did you see in the first quarter?
Well, I saw an ICC defense whenever they were able to set up that full-court press that was very dominant, but I also saw an offense that jacked up some terrible three-point shots and didn't finish around the rim. So need that defense, especially the pressure on defense, that forced turnovers to translate into points over the course of the last 3 quarters.
Volunteer State with the basketball, and it's going to be a jump ball, and it should be Volunteer State's ball here as ICC got it to start the second quarter. So the clock, this is an example of the new rule. So instead of the shot clock starting all the way back over at 30 seconds, it does start at 20 seconds because the ball was in the front court whenever Volunteer State had it tied up. So 1-point contest, and the referees are going to talk something over here. I don't know what it was. One of the referees looked at the referee on the baseline, and he was just shaking his head no. So they're going to come speak something over here. And the referee, okay, so they say they don't reset the 20-second shot clock on a jump ball.
You can already tell early on in this year that new rule's going to cause some confusion. So what do you do now to fix the problem?
You just play a few games and figure it out. So, but they are going to set the shot clock on 4 seconds. There was 7 seconds on the shot clock when they had the jump ball, but they were able to kick some seconds off. So that's going to be pretty close. Quick jumper from the key is up off the mark, no good. Rebound loose on the floor, still a mad scramble for it. That's got to be traveling, but they instead going to call it jump ball, and it should belong to ICC. As Keely Wilson had the rebound, lost her balance, fell to the floor. She rolled around with it, so a break there for ICC. That the travel was not called, and possession arrow in favor of the Indians after the jump ball. Nice crowd continuing to file in here. Unique situation this year, Jordan. Every home game except one this season is going to be on a Monday night here at the Davis Event Center.
Well, it makes it very easy for all the fans out there to remember when we'll be at home. Very easy for me to remember when I need to be here.
So driving inside, we're going to have a foul. Let's see if it's before the shot or on the shot. Nope, 3-second violation called on ICC. Wow, haven't seen that called in quite a while, so don't know if that may be a point of interest with the referees this season.
Well, the official across the way blew his whistle as well, so I think there was a foul, but we're going to say that it occurred after the 3-second violation.
So ICC once again jumps in that press. 8:52 to go here. Neither team has scored so far in the second quarter. Volunteer State with it. Now is going to kick it back out. Davis over on the right wing, now back up top. Good quick ball movement, but even better move it defensively by ICC. Long two-pointer on its way, no good, and the rebound ripped down that time by Burgess. Now here comes ICC wanting to get out and run. 2-on-1 break, but the layup is up in and good.
Great job there by Keely Wilson. You can see the sophomore knows how to navigate the defense. 1 versus 2, good move back across the lane there, right in front of the basket, and lays it up to give the Indians a 1-point lead.
Big basket there for Wilson, as you mentioned. That's going to be her 6th point of the night, and ICC retakes the lead 22-21. Volunteer State with it. Inside out they go. 3-pointer on its way, no good. And the rebound ripped down that time by Holland. Now here comes ICC. They're wanting to up the tempo a little bit. Steps in, takes a long 2. It's going to be short, no good. Rebound, last touch by ICC. One of those, not a bad shot selection. Freshman, some first game jitters. Probably has hit that one 1,000 times in her career. Just that one a little bit further away than she was expecting.
Yeah, I want to just step into that one, follow through it just a little bit. Left it a little bit short. Nonetheless, ICC, since the ball goes out of bounds, has an opportunity to set up the press once again.
Well, let's reset that Coca-Cola lineup on the floor here for ICC. Number 23, Keely Wilson, who nearly steals the ball. You've got number 11, Gandy, with it on the floor as well. 20, Shemaya Williams. 24 is Mariah Holland. And number 5 is, make sure I say her, Zaire Burgess on the floor. Having to learn some of these new names as well. Even though she was able to get the steal, she did force the turnover, so the ball will go back to ICC. Gandy with the basketball. Man, she had an outstanding postseason for ICC last year. As this 3-point shot is up in and good.
Mariah Holland, the freshman out of Oxford, Mississippi, Lafayette County High School, stands at 5'10", but steps right into that 3-point shot wide open and knocks it down.
4 points is the advantage for the Indians, 25-21. Volunteer State throws over the top of the press, didn't have numbers, so wisely backs it back out and resets the offense. 7:13 to go here in the second quarter. ICC with a 25-21 advantage. Inside they go. Trying to drive inside. Look for the backdoor pass. Shot is up, no good. A lot of contact. No foul call, and now here comes ICC. This is Gandy. Gandy zips it forward. Layup is up in and good.
Man, great job by Gandy to find the open lady. That's Kaylee Wilson coming in from the left side, and Wilson has shown early on that she can finish in transition. Another bucket out in front by the sophomore out of Horn Lake.
What about that pass? Threading the needle by Gandy. Ends up for 8 points now for Wilson in the contest, and ICC leads this one 27-21. Volunteer State with it, sends it back outside. High arching 3, short, no good, and that's going to be an over-the-back call. Well, Jordan, we talked about in the first quarter, the 3-point basket was what was keeping Volunteer State in the contest. Right now, not really their friend.
Yeah, they sank 3 of them through the first 6 minutes in the first quarter, but since then have gone cold from the arc. And, you know, ICC getting a lot of pressure defensively and forcing some bad shots from Volunteer State. You know, the ball movement for Volunteer State has not been bad whatsoever, but they've still settled for some shots that are less than par.
Sarah Freelow has come into the contest here for ICC. Gandy, stop it, drop it, pop it. Tabria Gandy.
And Gandy's showing it all off right now. The point guard picked up a few assists. There's a turnover, and she's going to lay this one up off the left side well. Great eyes by Tabria Gandy as she sees where the pass is coming, picks it off. An easy layup and 4 straight points for the sophomore from Starkville.
Largest lead of the night for ICC now is 31. We missed that layup because we were replaying the previous shot. Back-to-back basket there. She leads all scorers now with 9 points. 5:45 to go here in the first half, second quarter. Turnaround jumper from the key is off the mark, no good. And the rebound ripped down that time by Keely Wilson, and Wilson wanting to run. Wilson looking to get up the floor, nothing there. Now kicks it outside to Gandy. Gandy with it now, directing traffic, asking for a screen, gets it. A little old school Utah Jazz pick and roll, and the layup is up in and good.
Great job by Burgess as she just rolls right off that screen, back to that left dominant hand, an easy bucket, and that's about 6 easy ones in a row for the Lady Indians.
Baseline jumper on its way, too far, no good. Offensive rebound, pulled down that time by Volunteer State. Long 2-pointers off the mark, no good. And the rebound being fought for, still loose on the floor. Freelow had it, tied it up, no jump ball call. And then Volunteer State able to keep it now. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Inside 5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. ICC with a 33-21 lead. And then there's another steal by the Indians. And then that time just a little haphazard pass, thinking that ICC was going to sprint down the floor. Instead did not, and the turnover gives the ball back to Volunteer State. A foul on ICC, and this will send Jeter to the free throw line.
Well, Keely Wilson's looked great in transition all night so far tonight, Adam, but that time, got to get back looking to your left, waiting on that pass that's coming in hot from Tabria Gandy.
ICC with the largest lead of the night at 12, 33-21. The largest lead of the night for Volunteer State has been 7. So a chance to cut into this lead here. First free throw is no good. Jeter seeing her first action in the contest here in the second quarter, awaiting her second free throw. Remind you to stay tuned for the Little Caesars halftime report as the second free throw, that one's off the mark, no good. We'll have some replays and some first half highlights and take a look back at some of our game day videos. As a 3-point basket on its way, off the mark, no good. Rebound loose on the floor, and Volunteer State has it. And that's going to be a reach-in foul. Whistle there on Shemaya Williams.
Yeah, Shemaya there, you know, got 1 foul already. That's going to be the second on the night. Reach in behind someone. And just again, we mentioned it earlier, not a foul you want to commit 75 feet away from the basket.
One of those coaching moments for Coach Porter in the future. So you got to be a little bit smarter than that. So Volunteer State with the basketball. They're going to throw over the top of the press and throw it out of bounds. And it'll go back to ICC. We said it once, we said it twice, and I'm sure we'll say it again. This press has been the difference in the game tonight.
Well, I wish I would have been keeping up with turnover so far on the night, because I would say at least 50% of the possessions where they've had to inbound the basketball, it's been thrown out of bounds or picked off by ICC. There's just been a real inability by Volunteer State to get the basketball in and across the half-court stripe.
So ICC with the basketball, 15 seconds now. Want to get a screen up top. Gandy gets one now, tries to go by the defender. Weaving her way through traffic, doesn't like what she sees. Long 2-pointer on its way, short, no good. Smart play by Gandy. She was trying to get after that rebound, saw that she didn't have position, held back and didn't pick up that cheap foul. And then there's Gandy on the other end with the steal.
She's been all over the place so far tonight. Adam, 9 points, a couple of assists, and probably 5 or 6 steals throughout the first 17 minutes of this basketball game.
So Gandy will dribble over on the left wing, look for someone to pass to. Swings it up high, nice ball fake, kicks it out, extra pass, baseline jumper, short, bouncing, and falls.
Good ball movement there. Gandy to Dunlap, finished over here in the corner by Whitney Watkins, but that's how you swing it around and get it to the person that's got the most wide open look at the goal.
3-point basket on its way, is off the mark, no good. Offensive rebound, put back is up in and good for number 11, Williams. Jordan, that's their first basket of the second half. It comes with 3:16 left in the period.
And you know, Adam, if there's one place where you'd say ICC really has not looked good whatsoever, it's been on the defensive glass so far. Quite a few second chance points for the Volunteers so far tonight.
So now that shot missed, and that's going to be a blocking foul there. And I think the referee kind of blew his whistle and didn't want to really call anything after that, but he had to call something there. So that's going to be a foul whistle there on Dunlap. And that is going to be the team third foul. That's going to be Dunlap's first foul for ICC. Mass substitutions coming in here. Number 24, Mariah Holland into the contest. Also Elizabeth Ingram checking in as well for ICC. So let's go ahead and reset your Coca-Cola lineup on the floor. We've already talked about Holland and Ingram on the floor. Also on the floor for ICC is Tomoya Brownlee, number 13. Number 11 is Tabria Gandy. And then number 4, Whitney Watkins also in the contest. That's your 5 on the floor now for ICC. Jumpers off the mark, no good. Big, strong rebound that time by Holland.
Good job by Holland to get in there on the block, box out, and that leads to points in transition. You hit the outlet pass, you push it up the floor, and that allows Whitney Watkins a right-hand layup as a track meet is taken out here in the Davis Event Center.
37-23 as that was the 7th point of the contest for Whitney Watkins. A big basket there as ICC now extends their lead to the largest of the night at 14. I like the fact that right now you're not seeing a panic out of Volunteer State. They're setting in their offense, trying to go through their motions and go through their offense to work for some points here. But ICC, man, that defense is tough. And there it is, the shot clock violation. And as I said, this has been a second quarter that has gone everything the way of the Indians.
Well, that's just 30 seconds, Adam, right there that go off the shot clock, and not one pass goes inside the three-point stripe. Just never was any kind of look at the basket whatsoever. So far through the first 18 minutes of this basketball game tonight, it's been dominated by the Lady Indian defense.
Gandy with the basketball, trying to work off a screen. Step back jumper. She's fouled, couldn't get the shot to fall. The fact that she was able to get that shot off and make it close was impressive.
I don't know how she got that one off us. 2 red jerseys right on top of her, but a good job there. She's up in the air to hang on to the basketball, draw the foul, push one up there. And now Gandy, who shot only 54% off the free throw line last year, will get her first attempt. Excuse me, she's 1 of 1 on the night, so her first 2-shot attempt, first one up, and good.
First player of the evening entering into double digits. She now has 10 points in the contest. Second free throw, and no good. That's actually the first miss of the night from the charity stripe for ICC. So they have made 8 for 8. And now 8 for 9 on the night. So not a bad start to the contest from the charity stripe for ICC. 38-23. Lady Indians with the lead. 1.5 minutes to play until halftime. Crowd continuing to fill in here. Good crowd here for the first game of the night. See a lot of students here, and there's going to be a travel call. As that was Woodard, who just turned around and drug that pivot foot before she was able to get the pass off, and we'll have a substitution in. As this will be number 12, Martin into the contest for Volunteer State. And then ICC is going to counter with the sub as well. Keely Wilson back into the contest as Elizabeth Ingram will check out.
That's back-to-back possessions by the Pioneers that they have not gotten the basketball inside the three-point stripe. There's just been nowhere to go. The inside of that defense really locking down here late in the first half.
Gandy with the basketball, coming up on 1:15 to play here in the second quarter. ICC with commanding lead. Inside they go and count the basket.
There it is again. That's Mariah Holland that rolls off a screen right there at the charity stripe. Good pass to get it in there right on time. She lays it in, sticks it through the foul, and will have a chance for the and one.
So a chance to go to the free throw line here and continue to build on this lead. The lead now 40-23. Free throw is good.
And that puts the freshman out of Lafayette County, Mariah Holland, into double figures now as well with 10 points.
So 2 players in double digits for ICC, Holland and Gandy. And then there's Gandy coming into your living room, saving in bounds, and great hustle. You got to love that type of intensity. Gandy could have easily let that one go, saved it in bounds. And not only the hustle to save it in bounds, but the hustle by Wilson to get the ball and reward her point guard.
Absolutely, and you've seen that all night long. It's just that desire for the basketball has been there. As that looked like a foul underneath the goal on Mariah Holland.
Yeah, no foul called there, and here comes Volunteer State trying to push on the other end. Running shot in the paint, high arching shot, finds its way through as Martin gets her first points of the contest. Big basket there for Volunteer State, stops a little bit of that bleeding here, but this has been a quarter has belonged to ICC. ICC is outscoring them right now, 21-4. Here in the second quarter.
Lady Indians have an opportunity to hold on to the basketball for the last shot here. 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. As Tabria Gandy holds it about 45 feet away from the basket.
Gandy wants to drive inside, floater in the paint, back iron, no good. Offensive rebound, turnaround shot, no, and the rebound to Volunteer State. They're going to try to get off a shot. They hoist it from well beyond half court, and that'll do it. Big second quarter for ICC as they take a 41-25 lead here into the break. And Jordan, before we take a break and move into Little Caesars halftime report, your thoughts on the first half?
Well, I loved what I saw defensively from ICC. The pressure was really something that really bothered Volunteer State. There's no question about it. ICC has that athleticism to play 90 feet both ways. So you would like to see them finish on the offensive end a little bit better. 7 or 8 missed layups, forced a couple of three-point shots, but defense leads to offense typically, and the defense was really good.
And we'll take a break and come back with the Little Caesars halftime report. ICC leads at 41-25 over Volunteer State here at the break.
Get a Little Caesars large, extra most bestest stuffed crust pizza, topped with pepperoni and cheese, and stuffed with over 3 feet of cheese in the crust. That's right, we stuffed cheese into the crust of the pizza with extra cheese and the most pepperoni. All at the nation's best price of just $9. Try our convenient app and Pizza Portal pickup.
Pizza.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, Itawamba Community College recognizes the 2019 QEP Outstanding Student Athletes of the Year and their faculty mentors. Students selected from each sport, as well as cheerleading and the All-American Band by their coaches and directors, have exemplified leadership among their teammates and classmates, strived for academic success, and served the college to the best of their ability. These students also selected a faculty mentor who has been an inspiration to them on their education journey. Tonight's honorees include, representing baseball, Lane Domino and his faculty mentor, Rick Collier. Men's basketball honoree, Medarius Hobson, and faculty mentor, Chris Stevenson. Cheerleader, Becca Childers, and her faculty mentor, Jesse Stevenson. Representing football, Hiram Wadlington and his faculty mentor, Dr. Bronson Prohaska. And the golf team's honoree, Trace Gamble, and faculty mentor, Jennifer Cooper. Congratulations to all of Itawamba Community College's 2019 QEP Outstanding Student Athletes of the Year and the 2019 QEP Faculty Mentors. This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Get a Little Caesars large, extra most bestest stuffed crust pizza, topped with pepperoni and cheese, and stuffed with over 3 feet of cheese in the crust. That's right, we stuffed cheese into the crust of the pizza with extra cheese and the most pepperoni. All at the nation's best price of just $9. Try our convenient app and Pizza Portal pickup.
Pizza.
And welcome back as we're just moments away from starting the second half of play. ICC with a 41-25 lead here over Volunteer State at the break. Jordan, I know you've got some of those Sonic stats right there in front of you. Talk about a few that jumps out at you, and then if you want to get some scoring updates as well.
Well, absolutely. The first thing that really sticks out to me, Adam, ICC 15 of 30 from the floor for 50%. But they had 13 more shots from the field than Volunteer State had. Volunteer State only 8 of 17, so it's a 47% clip, so it's a pretty good shooting mark. But still, ICC 13 more shots at the goal than they had. Leading scorer was Tabria Gandy. She's 4 of 8 from the field, 2 of 3 from the free throw line for 10 points, as well as Mariah Holland. She was 3 of 5 from the field, 3 of 3 from the free throw stripe for 10 points. ICC 9 of 10 from the free throw stripe. That's a vast improvement from where they shot last year at 68%. That's a 90% clip in the first half.
Volunteer State in red, ICC in white. Thank you for those that are tuning in here on the ICC Sports Network. The ball tipped away by Gandy, just couldn't quite get to it, and they're going to call a foul here.
That's got to be on Volunteer State. 14, that's Tandria Anaya Davis. So she's trying to track back down the ball after the errant pass, but she's being pressured all the way down the floor by Tabria Gandy. So, not a terrible foul there. If you don't foul in that position, that's probably going to be an easy bucket for the Lady Indians.
Yeah, and it was interesting because he said foul on 14 blue. And I wasn't sure who was wearing blue tonight.
Well, he's got me on that one too. I was looking for maybe some blue shoes or a headband, but nothing on Miss Davis's body blue.
ICC with the basketball now. Thought about the three. Wisely passes it up. Now works it inside. Turnaround jumper is up. No good, but we've got a foul.
And I believe they may have gotten Miss Davis for her third foul now. No, excuse me. That is number 3. 1 in the first half, 2 through the first 34 seconds of the second half, and that's going to send her over to the bench pretty early on.
And so 4 fouls now.
Wow, that's 4. I only had her with 3.
That's what the board has. We'll see if they correct it, but got her with 4 fouls. Robin Porter better love me. I take care of her all the time.
Throwing stuff at us over here at the table while she's coaching a basketball game.
Looking for a place to throw her gum, and where else to throw it but at Gore. And it's in the trash now.
It wasn't a wrapper for those listening back at home. It was not just sticky, loose gum.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I would have dodged that.
Yeah, I thought so. Holland misses the second end of the 2 free throws, so 1 of 2. That's only the second free throw miss of the night, though, for the Lady Indians.
She's got 11 points in the contest. ICC with their largest lead of the night now, 42-25. Runner in the paint is up and good. Friendly roll that time for Martin. She's got 4 points in the contest. Jordan, we talked about the defense of ICC earlier. It wasn't until the 3:16 mark of the second quarter before Volunteer State even had a chance to score, as there's a jumper too hard. Rebound Volunteer State.
There's Martin once again with the rebound. A freshman, very athletic. She dishes it up the floor, credited with an assist. So a bucket, a rebound, and an assist in the span of 2 possessions. Anaya Martin, the freshman, taking over for the Pioneers.
Yeah, Douglas was able to send that one home, and the Pioneers now creeping back in this one. They only trail 42-29. But they switched to, is that a 1-3-1 now?
Yeah, a bit of a 1-3-1 zone. They're playing it loose, though.
3-pointers off the mark, no good. Rebound, though, chased down in the corner. They're going to say she stepped out of bounds, though. Or are they going to call a foul? No, they're going to say she stepped out of bounds when she got the loose ball. And so the turnover to give the ball back to Volunteer State. Substitution into the game here. This is going to be Shamaya Williams into the contest.
The Lady Indians so far tonight, Adam, have played 11 ladies. Mm-hmm. That's more than's on the entire Volunteer State roster. So you talk about a team that likes to press, likes to push, likes to get out in transition and run, and they're doing it against a team that only has 9 players.
Oh, Gandy with the steal. Just couldn't get the layup to go. That would have been probably our What a Play Wednesday if she could have get that one to go. Gandy, man, she's just endless energy when she's on the floor.
You look out there on the floor right now, there's a lot of athleticism for the ladies in white.
And there's going to be a 10-second violation. Actually, about a 12-second violation.
Yeah, the shot clock was down to 18 before they got the call, but still, you've seen several times tonight an inability to get the ball past the half-court stripe. 2 possessions back-to-back late in the second quarter that Volunteer State runs the shot clock out, never gets the basketball inside the 3-point stripe. It's just been a defensive effort so far tonight by the Lady Indians.
Gandy with the basketball now wants to work one-on-one. Nothing there. Kicks it out. Williams for 3. No. Halfway down. No good. Offensive rebound, though, ripped down by ICC and then just turned back over. And now here comes Volunteer State. They're wanting up the tempo here offensively. Got out and got that one to fall. Nice job by Woodard. Her 5th point of the contest. Looks like that's the game plan for Volunteer State. Said, okay, if ICC wants to get out and put some pressure offensively, we're going to give them a little bit of a taste of their own medicine.
What you've got to do. Struggled all night long when you've had to inbound the basketball. Nice pass down low from the Indians to Zyara Burgess, the other freshman from Lafayette County High School, with her 6th point of the night.
Nice feed that time by ICC, 44-31 now. There's another turnover. ICC with the basketball now. Going the length of the floor, layup is up in and good.
And that's what you want to see from your freshman in Burgess, as she gets the easy lay-in and forces a turnover. Back-to-back possessions, as it looked like Volunteer State going to call a timeout, but decided not to. And they'll set up the offense back down to our right now.
46-31 is the score. ICC with the lead. Volunteer State with the basketball. Driving baseline, nothing there. Gandy takes it away. Gandy in the open floor. Wanting to work one-on-one. Step back jumper, long, no good. Offensive rebound pulled down by Watkins. Watkins dribbles back, tries to feed it inside out. That's a shot you got to shoot. Loose ball on the floor, and it's going to go back to Volunteer State. Watkins looking over to Coach Porter saying, yeah, that's on me, Coach. I should have put that one up.
You want to score that out in transition, though, if you're Tabria Gandy. You've got 2-on-1. You decide not to dish it back to the right. Keep it for about a 6-foot jumper off the left side. And that's where you can tell early on the next step for this Lady Indian offense is going to be you've got to capitalize on all the opportunities you're getting out in transition. You're getting the opportunities, but you're not scoring every time.
Watkins slaps that ball out at midcourt, so it will stay with Volunteer State. 21 seconds on the shot clock. Volunteer State looking to drive inside. Running scoop shot is up. No good. Rebound tipped outside and hustled down that time. Loose ball on the floor, and ICC has it. Williams up the floor to Watkins. Watkins layup is good.
And Volunteer State had someone trailing there on Watkins with an opportunity to get in there and possibly block the shot. She just quit running, though. Gave the right side of the lane wide open to Whitney Watkins.
Lead is back to 17 for ICC. 19 has been the largest of the night so far for the Lady Indians, and there's going to be a push on the baseline. That foul's going to be whistled on number 24, Holland. Nice start to the contest, or start to the season here for Holland, the freshman with 11 points. She does pick up her second foul. Will have to come out here.
Well, you got to like what you've seen from the two freshmen out of Lafayette County. Mariah Holland had 10 points at the halftime break. Zaire Burgess, 6 points early on. Both of those ladies started. The two freshmen in the starting lineup, they have not looked like freshmen out there tonight.
Volunteer State gets it in just before the 5-second violation. High arching shot, no good. Rebound pulled down, put back is up, no good, and there's the rebound. Ripped down that time by Dunlap. Williams with the basketball now. Swings it out. Dunlap with the basketball, driving baseline, drops it off inside, and just wasn't expecting to pass, but was able to corral it, was Brownlee, and Brownlee stick that one home for her 4th point. Lead now matching the largest of the night at 19, and there's going to be a foul on ICC. Williams actually hit that shot from beyond half, or just a few steps into half court. Banked it in, but doesn't count. That foul's going to be whistled on Gandy, and that's going to be her second foul, team second foul. Each team with 2 fouls here in the third quarter. Substitution into the contest. This is going to be Keely Wilson. Wilson in. This substitution being brought to you by the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. So Volunteer State with the basketball. They trail at 50-31. ICC, once again, tenacious defense. That's one thing the Lady Indians have always been known for, and that still seems to be the case their MO tonight.
That's a 2-3 zone for the first time we've seen tonight. So you've seen a lot of different variations of the defense, but for the first time back to that 2-3 zone, that forces a turnover as well.
Good job that time. Nice extra pass, but ICC immediately trapped the ball. Up the floor they go with it and just lost their balance out of bounds as they were trying to go backside and kick it out of bounds, or excuse me, kick it back out for a 3. Just lost their balance and stepped on the out of bounds line on the pass, so the turnover gives it back to Volunteer State. 4:59 to go here. Third quarter of play. Adam Gore, Jordan Smith. Jordan joining the broadcast team this year, helped out with football and helping out with basketball again this year, not again. Well, I mean,
for the first year.
Yeah, for the first year. There's a running shot up and no good. And Jordan, all right, man, let's talk about it. We're about 5 minutes into the third quarter now. What's been the adjustments for ICC? And they've been able to adjust nicely to the adjustments for Volunteer State.
Well, it's just been a lot of the same here so far in the second half, Adam. It's been a defense who's really made life very difficult for Volunteer State. Only gave up 17 shots through 20 minutes in the first half. That's a difficult thing to do. It all starts on the defensive end with that full court press, that 1-2-2 press we've seen. It's forced countless turnovers and has led to lots of opportunities. Now, where I would like to see improvement over the course of the last 15 minutes of this game is you're getting all these opportunities in transition. You've got to finish them more often. There's been plenty of missed layups left out there on the glass.
We do want to remind you to stay tuned after the conclusion of this game. We'll take a break and then come back with the men's game coming your way as ICC and Volunteer State will have the nightcap here in Fulton. First game of the year. ICC leading it 50-31. 4:32 to go here in the third quarter as this is Pfeiffer at the free throw line. She misses the first one, back iron, no good. So waiting the second free throw here from Pfeiffer. And it rattles in and good for Pfeiffer. Her first points pushes the lead out to 20, largest of the night here for ICC. as it's 51-31 with 4:23 to go here in the third quarter. Volunteer State nearly lost that ball out of bounds, able to keep it. Nice ball fake, driving baseline, good help defense. Ball's going to be slapped out of bounds. Last touched by ICC. Jordan, you like that. You saw him bid on the ball fake. Somebody helped out defensively where the defensive help left. Somebody filled in a hurry and made it difficult.
Well, you don't want to bite on that ball fake very often, Adam, but you will forgive aggressiveness sometimes. And I've seen a lot of aggressiveness out of that defense as 13 that time. Alex McFarland sinks her second three-point bucket of the night. But those arms, specifically from the Lady Indians on defense, they've been in the throwing lanes all night long.
Well, ICC trying to answer on the other end as that was Wilson putting up the quick three. Coach Porter not happy with that shot decision. 3:50 to play here in the third quarter. ICC 51-34. Another three-pointer. That one good. She's heating up. She's got 11 points to lead the way for Volunteer State.
2 possessions in a row. Alex McFarland with plenty of room to sink a three, and that's how you get back into a game. You trail by double digits as you sink a couple three-pointers. As a nice bucket by Sarah Freelow gets 2 back for the Indians.
First basket of the night for Freelow, and there's Volunteer State on the other end. I missed who made that one as I was looking down at my stat sheet.
It was Alex McFarland once again.
So McFarland is on fire, and ICC needs the timeout. Timeout on the floor. Let's take it with them. ICC leading this one 53-39. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Car Hop Classic for just $2.99 is the perfect 1-2 punch of flavor and value. You need a trainer to help you eat the burger?
Hey, stay out of this. Don't get in my head, man. There's barely room for me in there.
Hurry in and try quarter-pound double cheeseburger or 6-inch Philly plus tots for $2.99.
My mom never let me eat this much cookie dough.
What would she say if she saw you eating this big scoop cookie dough blast?
I don't know. Why ask her?
Don't tell your father.
Oh, naughty, naughty.
Hurry in and scoop up our new cookie dough treats. Try order ahead to get happy hour anytime.
And welcome back. Remember, folks, you can download that Sonic app and get some great discounts.
I would take a Sonic cheeseburger right now.
Well, you know, I was looking through my phone, and guess what? That was, well, part of it. It was the cheeseburger delicious alter ego is at Sonic. Try the new patty melt with Texas toast, grilled onions, 100% pure beef, and the ooey gooey. I bet you never thought you would hear that word tonight. The ooey gooey goodness of American cheese for just $3.99. That's at, of course, participating Sonics, and the one here at Sonic does that. Again, remember, download the app. You can get those app special updates, and a lot of times they have a lot better specials going on the app than they do at the stores. There's a turnaround jumper up in and good.
Great ball movement again by the Lady Indian offense. It's just a screen across the set. Sharia Williams comes open off the right elbow, and that's an easy 10-foot bucket for her.
And we're going to have a foul on ICC here on the other end.
Got 5 for that time.
So Pfeiffer will be hit with the foul, her first foul, team third foul. 55-39 is your score. Inside 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. ICC with the lead. Volunteer State with the basketball. ICC will have a return trip to Volunteer State a little bit later on. I believe it's actually in the 2020 half of the season. As that game, as we said, it's a long trip. It's north of Nashville. I believe it's where Gap headquarters is. As Williams drives inside, shot a little bit too strong, loose ball on the floor, and Volunteer State comes away with it, but there's Gandy to step in front of it. And now Gandy's going to drive inside. Oh, beautiful pass. Layup is up in and good.
A little bit of a no-look pass. Gandy drives the left side of the lane, kicks it back right underneath the goal to Pfeiffer, the freshman out of Louisville, and she finishes it off for the first field goal of the night.
Back to live action now. 2:12 to play. 3-point basket's good. Well, they heated up in the first quarter. Didn't quite get it going in the second quarter, but now have hit their third three-pointer here in the third quarter to make it a 57-42 contest. Gandy wants the answer. Yes!
Somebody better check the rafters here in the Davis Event Center, as Miss Gandy nearly knocked the top out of the roof. But it goes through the net, 3 points, and once again, Volunteer State just drives it down the floor and answers right back.
Yeah, ICC got to do a little bit better job getting back that time. I missed who made the basket for Volunteer State on the other end.
Nia Martin.
Martin gets that one, as that's going to be her 6th point of the night. 3-pointer on the other end for ICC, no good. Rebound bounces hard off the backboard, and Volunteer State with it. Quickly down the floor, but a great job that time Whitney Watkins baited her into the pass and takes it away. Up the floor they go to Freelo. Freelo spots up for a long two. No good in the rebound on the backside that time by Volunteer State.
Well, the pace has definitely picked up here, Adam. Both coaches probably will be willing to see this one slow down just a little bit. It's verging on out of control.
Yeah, you heard Coach Porter kind of yell that slow down, but ICC says no. Layup good for Pfeiffer.
Well, that will slow it down there. The made bucket for Pfeiffer. That's 2 of the last 3 possessions has been an easy layup for the freshman post player.
62-44, ICC with the lead. That shot's off the mark, and now here come the Lady Indians. Again, thought about pushing the tempo a little bit, didn't have numbers, wisely backs it back out.
Yeah, that's a very smart play there by Tatiana Norman to kick that one out.
Long rebound chased down by Gandy, but eventually corralled by Freelo. 15 seconds on the shot clock now, and ICC is going to back it back out and reset the offense. 10 seconds. Gandy checks the shot clock, looks over to Coach Porter. Gandy looking to go on the drive, spins, turnaround shot is off the mark, no good. Freelo with the rebound, her putback, no. Pfeiffer's up, no, and a foul. Good job being aggressive on the boards that time by ICC.
Well, Tabria Gandy's had no trouble getting into the lane tonight, but it's been that 6 to 8 foot little jumper where she floats it in the lane. It's been trouble getting that thing to go down so far tonight. The point guard's had plenty of opportunities and has played a really good point guard tonight, and she's done a great job of finding the lady that was open, but still, the game's got a lot different look, and she's been able to sink some of those.
Absolutely. That was her bread and butter towards the end of the year last year, so you got to think maybe once she gets in that game speed, you'll see her start knocking those down. This is going to send Pfeiffer back to the free throw line. She's got 5 points, all 5 coming here in the third quarter. First free throw, the iron kind, as that one rattles home for 6. Well, a chance to match the Indians' largest lead of the night with a made free throw here. That'll be 20 as ICC leads at 63-44. Second free throw, no good. Offensive rebound, though, by ICC. Gandy's going to have to get it and fire in a hurry. NBA range 3, off the mark, no good. And ICC will take a 63-44 lead at the end of 3 quarters. We'll take a break and be back with the fourth quarter of play here from Fulton. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
And welcome back as we get set for the fourth quarter of play. ICC with a 63-44 advantage here in the season opener against Volunteer State. A big quarter for Pfeiffer as she scored 6 points, all 6 points coming in that quarter there. But it was a quarter that was a little bit of organized chaos there, Jordan, as it really got out of hands. Both teams hit the ground running and put up a lot of points that quarter, but ICC maintaining their second largest lead of the night at 19, 20 being the larger of the night. So it'll be ICC's ball to start the fourth quarter.
Yeah, a little bit of a track meet broke out there at times. Both teams up and down the floor in a hurry. Ball getting turned over, layup missed, three-pointers thrown all over the place. But still, you see ICC expand that lead a little bit. You could tell, Adam, early on, I mean, kind of like this team was last year. They're going to be built on defense and athleticism, and plenty of athleticism out there. So we've seen ICC play 13 ladies so far tonight. They have depth and they have athleticism, and that's a recipe you like.
Gandy with the basketball, now works it over on the right wing. Into the corner they go with it. Long two-pointers on its way. Rattles halfway down. No good. Loose ball on the floor. And we're going to have a foul whistle here, I believe, on ICC. As that's going to be on number 24 for the Lady Indians. That's going to be Holland. And I believe that might be her third foul. We'll see.
Yeah, I've got her with 3 by my numbers.
That is going to be her third foul. Substitution in the game now is going to be Burgess in. Holland out for ICC. Also had a substitution come in for Volunteer State. These substitutions being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. They meet Monday nights at 7:07. So if you're watching on campus, still got time to go over to the BSU tonight. And also have lunch Wednesdays at noon or during the E period. I don't know if that's the E period anymore. They've changed that.
I'm so messed up since the time changed. Like you said, 7:07, and I was thinking that had to be an hour ago, but it's 6:45 here in Fulton.
So the ball, last touch by ICC. Volunteer State ball on the baseline. Looking to drive there, taken away nicely that time by ICC, forcing them to pass it back out and reset the offense. 8 seconds now on the shot clock. Working around the perimeter, 5 seconds, fires up a three, high arching, no good, rebound, long and into the hands of Gandy. Gandy just has a nose for the basketball, finds a way to find it every time it hits the floor as there's a timeout taken by ICC. And we'll keep it here, but Jordan, talk about the play of Gandy. She was pivotal for ICC last year as in their run in the region, or postseason play as well. But Gandy coming out like she did finish last year.
Well, she started all 26 games, Adam, last year. I mean, she is the veteran on this team, but athletic. She's really everything you would want out of a point guard. She's athletic, she plays defense, and she directs your offense. Yeah, you look at the sheet tonight, she has 13 points, 5 of 13 from the field. You know, maybe finish a layup here, finish a floater that you've had open, but still, it's obvious when you watch this team play, they run through to Berea Gandy, whether it's getting the defense set right, whether it's facilitating the offense, no matter what it is. The sophomore out of Starkville definitely calls the shots when she's out there on the floor.
And you do like that leadership, especially in a young lady like that, especially with a team that's going to have some players that's going to have to grow up in a hurry, playing some pivotal roles. We talked about the 2 freshmen from Lafayette coming in, getting that start tonight, but ICC has played a lot of individuals tonight as well.
Well, that's what was impressive to me early on, was you look at the starting lineup, you got 3 ladies who have started a good bit, and then 2 freshmen from the same high school out there. And so far, the chemistry between the starting 5, now, they haven't seen a ton of time on the floor together, but when they've been out there, it's looked like they've played together for a long time.
So we're going to reset out of the timeout. 9:03 to go here in the fourth quarter. ICC with a 63-44 advantage here over Volunteer State. Volunteer State going to fall back and show a 2-3 zone. They've done that a couple of times tonight, but they've quickly fallen out of it in kind of a matchup type defense. But they're going to stay strictly 2-3 this time. This is Guess with the basketball. Into the corner they go with it. Trying to feed it inside. Man, great position for Burgess inside and just can't quite find the angle. Credit that tough defense. Going to have to hurry. NBA range 3 on its way. Bouncing around, no good. Rebound, tipped and controlled by Volunteer State.
That's just probably the best defensive possession of the night from Volunteer State as they sat back in that 2-3 zone. Did not allow ICC to get that basketball to the elbow. That's where you want to go when you see that 2-3 zone, but good job keeping arms in the throwing lanes and not letting them get it there.
8:20 to play in the contest now. 63-44 ICC with the lead. Volunteer State with the basketball. Volunteers going to have to reset now as ICC forces them well beyond the three-point line. Three-pointer on its way. That one off the mark, no good in the rebound. Pulled down that time by Brownlee.
That's back-to-back good defensive possessions both ways, as you've seen defenses that are just not going to allow the basketball to get inside.
Three-point basket, good! As that was knocked down that time by Guess. Guess with her first collegiate basket of her career as she drills the 3. And ICC's largest lead of the night now goes to 22. Three-pointer, that's a long 2-pointer, no good. Gandy gets another rebound.
Got numbers.
Gandy up the floor. Lost it, got it back, puts it up, no good. Offensive rebound, and then that one just simply taken away. ICC fans wanted a foul, good no call that time by the referee. And it results in a layup on the other end that time for Douglas, as that's going to be her 9th point of the contest.
And see, that's a 4-point swing. You had a 3-on-1 possession in transition to where you did not make a layup. They force a turnover. They go back the other way, get 3-on-1, and they make theirs. 4-point swing here in a ball game. You lead it by 22, but later on in the year, you've got to have those buckets.
Gandy missed her shot, but followed it and ripped away her own rebound that time. You got to think she's probably close to a double-double. Long 2-pointer, bouncing off the mark, no good. And the rebound to Volunteer State.
ICC's shot selection here early on in the fourth quarter not been very great. Forced a few threes here and there. As Coach Porter looks like she's ready to go mass substitution over here at the scorer's table.
Tried that interior pass, the angle taken away and thrown out of bounds. That is going to be the case. Let's reset your Coca-Cola lineup here for ICC. Zuri Dunlap wearing number 3, number 15. That's going to be Elizabeth Ingram. It's going to be number 23, Keely Wilson into the contest. Number 20, that is going to be Shemaya Williams. And who am I missing? Oh, number 22, Sarah Freelow. So 5 fresh faces into the game here for ICC. All right, if you're ICC, let's do this. You're looking for number 3, Dunlap. Number 14, Norman, who's not on the floor right now. 15, Ingram, trying to find a way to score. And that'll get every player on the board tonight, as there's going to be a foul. And this will send Dunlap to the free throw line, so an opportunity to knock out one of those, Overton. Overton, I don't think has been in the game. I think she might be shaken up in this game tonight. I don't see her dressed out on the sidelines. Everybody's gotten a chance to play tonight.
Well, that puts Dunlap in the scoring column for you.
So there's Dunlap. She hits the first free throw.
Freshman out of Hernando, Mississippi. Guard seeing a lot of play time. Looks like she's probably going to spell in as the number 2 point guard, playing in behind Tabria Gandy. She knocks in both free throws.
So 2 points there for Dunlap. And she is playing some tough defense that end of the floor now. Volunteer State with it. 15 seconds to go on the shot clock, coming up on 6 minutes left here in the contest. Good defense by ICC. Again, Jordan, you talked about earlier in the contest how ICC played tough defense, didn't allow Volunteer State to get the ball inside the three-point line. There's another case of it there.
Well, their arms are always in the throwing lanes. I mean, look right there. 23, Keely Wilson is on the point guard. She's long in her arms, and she's able to keep the basket from getting anywhere. And then you see Dunlap, who knocks it out of bounds. That's what you don't want there, though, a foul with 1 second on the shot clock.
Reminds me of Pontotoc back in the day. Bill Russell was infamous for running a 1-3-1. He had Myra Farr, Amy Reeder, all players that were pushing 6 foot, if not above 6 foot, but were long and rangy. So what that caused you to do was lob those passes up a little bit higher. You got speedy players like a
got athleticism.
A Gandy, which was a Pinson back in the day for Coach Russell. So when you are long and lean and stretchy like that, it does cause a lot of problems for the defense.
Well, just look how Kaylee Wilson plays defense out there. When her lady has the basketball, she stretches out as far as she can. Now, she's 5'10", has lots of length. That makes it difficult when you're covering the point guard.
That basket knocked down by Douglas makes it a 20-point contest. 68-48 is the score. Remind you, if you're watching, hit us up on Twitter at Let's Go ICC. If you're ever away from your computer, you can keep up with updates there. Lee Adams helping out with that. Madison Haley also helping out tonight with the Twitter updates at Let's Go ICC. Also on Instagram and Snapchat, Facebook. Pretty much the brand is out there. If you're on some form of social media, just look up Let's Go ICC and you'll probably find us.
I want you to watch right here on this defensive possession, Keely Wilson. Just watch the length that she plays with defensively. 23, right in the center of the floor. She'll head up the defense.
Volunteer State runs inside, jumpers off the mark, partially blocked that time by ICC. And now here come the Lady Indians. This is Wilson with the basketball. Nobody picks her up, puts the shot up, bank off the glass, no good. Gets her own rebound, put back is up in and good.
Clean it up there, Keely Wilson. You took a lick right there as you let go of the first one. Don't get the foul call, but you battled through it, get the rebound, and put it up for 2 more.
10 points now for Wilson in the contest. That is going to be the third player in double digits for ICC. Inside they go. Baby hook shot up in and good that time for Davis. She's got 9.
Little soft spot right there in the middle of the paint, right on the logo. Right-handed hook.
3-point
in, but that's 3 right back.
Watkins knocks down her second three-pointer of the night. 73-50 now is the score. That's the largest lead of ICC, and the turnover gives the ball back to the Lady Indians.
You can start to see some hands on hips and a little bit of walking around from the ladies in red, the visiting team tonight. They only dressed 9. 2 of those ladies got in foul trouble early on. ICC has played now, I believe, by my count, 14 girls. So from a depth perspective and from an athleticism perspective, they've wreaked some havoc.
So ICC with the basketball. This is going to be Wilson, feeds it in tight. Turnaround shot, no good. Nice defense that time on the part of Davis to force the tough shot. Now here comes Volunteer State. Davis not only forces the tough shot on one end, comes down and gets the basket on the other. Davis had a whole lot to say that time to Dunlap, who blocked her first shot. As the three-pointer, good!
Quick release there by Whitney Watkins as the ball is brought down the floor. They hit her right here from the wing, and she steps right into that shot. That's what you got to have. Quick, easy release, get it off before that defender is able to step in front of you. Nice-looking shot there for the sophomore from Decatur.
Nice ball movement by Volunteer State. Open shot is going to be missed, and the rebound pulled down by ICC. 3.5 to play in the contest. Burgess goes inside a little too hard that time, and the layup no good, and Volunteer State coming down the floor, and that's going to be a charge. Good job that time by Williams. She was at midcourt, got her position set, saw that the player was out of control, and draws the foul.
Great job, great awareness there by the Indians on defense. Notice that Volunteer State's pressing, realizing they're down 24 with 3:20 to play. They're flying all over the place. Step in there, get set, take that charge at the half-court line, and get your offensive basketball back. As Whitney Watkins, quick release again, as she's burning the nets up for the Lady Indians.
Do the thing, Whitney Watkins knocks down another three-point basket there, and ICC pulling away in this one, leading 79-52.
Adam, she shot 16% from the three-point line last year, only made 7. There she goes for another one. It goes up, bounces off the iron, no good, but she's got 4 tonight.
Hey.
7 last year, 4 tonight for the sophomore.
Whitney Watkins from the School of Gore. If you're hot, put it up. Don't matter if you're 2 foot away from the basket.
Turn it loose,
yeah,
huh?
Turn it loose, let it fire. 79-52, ICC with the lead, 2:52 to go in this contest. ICC was down in the first quarter, 21-20. It's been all Lady Indians ever since. So Lady Indians basketball, they're going to inbounds it. This is going to be Dunlap with the basketball. Williams now wants a 3. Can't make that one. Rebound tipped around and controlled by Volunteer State. Then taken away that time by Burgess from behind. Burgess wants to go inside. She's hit and fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. I'll tell you what, if this Lady Indians team can play with this type of energy for 4 quarters all season long, we're going to have a lot of fun basketball to watch.
Well, there's a couple of factors that add together that definitely look positive for ICC. One is the depth you've seen them play with, and they've not dropped off with that depth. It's been the same level of play no matter who has been out there. Secondly is the athleticism that's out there on the floor. When you mix that athleticism and that length along with depth, that means you can play flying all over the place, high-quality basketball for an entirety of a basketball game.
So waiting the second free throw here from Burgess on its way, and they're going to say a lane violation on ICC, so that free throw attempt will not count. And ICC is going to go with a line change again here. 5 fresh faces.
There it is.
There we go. Tavria Gandy back into the contest. Norman to come back in. You've got Guess in the contest. Elizabeth Ingram into the contest, and Pfeiffer in as well. 2.5 to play. ICC leads this one 79-52. Well, right now, if you're Volunteer State, you want to stay inside your game. Use this as an opportunity to basically scrimmage against another opponent you wouldn't typically see as there's a foul whistle on ICC, and work to get better as a team.
No doubt about it. And keep some different variations of girls out there. You know, the more depth you've got, the better you are, as we mentioned, and that's what we've seen so far here through the second half. You lead it by 27 with 2:25 to go, but always time for more learning experiences and to grow. Even as game 1, but still, you can be much better in game 2 by what you do over the course of the last 2:25 here.
This is Jeter at the free throw line. She misses the first one, awaiting the second one coming up here. And she's get that one to fall for her first points of the night. We're going to have a timeout on the floor. Timeout on the floor, we're going to take it with them. ICC leads this one 79-53. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back out of the timeout. ICC with a 79-53 lead here, 2.5 to play in the fourth quarter. Michael Nanny may be coming through with the stat of the night as he just sent us a screenshot. A layup is up and no good. Putback, though, is there. as that was Gandy getting the putback. Gandy with 15 points. Jordan, we talked about this during the timeout. Volunteer State's women's coach, a former Harlem Globetrotter. It's Otis Keys. So interesting.
How about that? Nugget of the night there, Coach Natty, is Volunteer State, the Pioneers, led by a former Globetrotter. That, you know, there's probably not many basketball teams around this part of the country that can say they're led by a former Harlem Globetrotter.
And that is very true. There's Norbert with the basket. Okay, so now, who are we looking for now to score? As there's a three-pointer on its way, no good. Rebound tipped out. All right, so let's see. Normant has scored. Elizabeth Ingram, that's who we're looking for now for all the ICC players that have played tonight to be able to put points on the board. ICC leads it, largest of the night, now at 30.
They were trying to get into the basketball there on the baseline too. She tried to slide it behind one of those forwards. Pass just a little lazy, getting in there, gets picked off.
So Volunteer State with the basketball, inside a minute to play. ICC leads at 83-53. High arching shot, good looking shot, knocked down by Douglas. She and McFarland leading the way with 13 each.
Douglas was 0 of 1 in the first half, only had 2 points from the free throw line, but here in the second half, she's 5 of 7 for 11 points. So she's kind of taken over on the offensive end for the Pioneers.
We invite you to stay tuned in about 30 seconds for the Renaissance Bank postgame report. We'll be naming our stars of the game, so be thinking about that one, Jordan. Tough decision tonight. Gandy with it, tried to get it to Ingram that time. Ingram just had the ball in and out of her hands, goes out of bounds, and the ball back to Volunteer State with 25 seconds.
You know, you said that the offense needed to go through Elizabeth Ingram, and she was the one we were trying to get points for to round up the lineup, everyone with a basket on the night. 2 possessions in a row, they've tried to get it to her, but have not been able to do so yet. Probably going to be the last possession of the night right here for the Pioneers.
So Volunteer State with the basketball. They'll fall to 0-2 on the year. The Robin Porter era will open in a good way as they will start the season 1-0. And talking with Robin throughout the week, she texted me last night about 9:30 saying, will I ever sleep again? She was a little nervous. So, you know, this is going to be a big-time weight off her shoulders here as you can count this one down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and ICC will pick up the 83-55 victory here over in Volunteer State to start the 2019 and 20 season. Jordan, your thoughts on the contest?
Well, the first quarter, you know, wasn't very pretty for either side, but ICC definitely took over there in the second quarter and outscored Volunteer State by 30 points over the course of the last 30 minutes of the basketball game. So, you know, we've hit on it off and on throughout the night. Love the athleticism they played for. Love the defensive intensity. Really like the length from a physical standpoint with this basketball team. I think the future is very bright for the Lady Indians. They look like they have a lot of the right things in place. One thing to improve on moving forward, you've got to finish when you get those possessions out in transition, when you force those turnovers. You've got to finish the layups. You've got to finish that floater in the lane. If you do that, that's going to mean you're tough to reckon with.
You're watching back at some of the Little Caesars highlights here, part of the Renaissance Bank post-game report. Jordan, you've got some of those final stats there in front of you. Of course, these final stats being brought to you by the Sonic right here in Fulton. If you got a chance to total them up, or do I need to stretch a little bit? Remind you that you can download the new Sonic app and get some of those specials there. Happy hour every hour at Sonic right here in Fulton. Melissa Dunn, the manager there in Fulton, a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics. And again, ICC picked up the final score of 83-55 here in the first game of the evening. The men's will be tipping off next. ICC, no record on the season, as it will be Volunteer State coming in with an 0-1 record as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of those Sonic stats.
Yeah, you talk about the players of the game, and I can narrow it down to 2, but I don't think I can pick between the 2. Tabria Gandy will definitely be one of those. She was only 6 of 16 from the floor tonight, but had 15 points, played well from the free throw line. She was 2 of 3 from that point. But from an offensive perspective, she drove the ship, no doubt about it. She was the pilot out there. She was able to control the offense. She played well in defense. She forced 5 or 6 turnovers, had 5 or 6 more assists. The stat line altogether is going to look pretty good for Tabria Gandy, the sophomore point guard. And then let's take a look at one of those freshmen. We'll go with Mariah Holland, the freshman from Lafayette County High School. 13 points in her first collegiate action. That is Mariah Holland, the 5'10 freshman from Oxford. Drew the start tonight, one of the 2 freshmen to draw a start. but she played well too. And I picked those two because pretty much from a defensive perspective, they played on the front end of that 1-2-2 zone and made life very difficult for Volunteer State.
Absolutely. And do you have the rest of the scoring there for tonight, or do you need me to? I've got it here with me.
I don't have it all totaled up here.
Well, let's go ahead and take a look at tonight's Sonic scoring. For Dunlap, she finishes the game with 20 points. Whitney Watkins, I have her with, Dunlap with 2. Watkins with 20. 6 for Burgess, 3 for Guest. Gandy had 15. Brownlee with 4. Normant with 2. You had Williams with 2. Freelo with 2. 10 points for Keely Wilson. It was 11, 11 points for Holland. Of course, these stats always unofficial here. Then you've got 6 points for Pfeiffer. For Volunteer State, as we said, they fall to 0-2 on the year. It was 13 points from Alex McFarland and Douglas, 11 points for Davis. You've got 6 points for Williams, Martin with 6 points, 11 for Davis, and 5 for Woodard, as that's going to be your final stats there for Volunteer State. All right, Jordan, we got the guys' game coming up next, a successful start to the season, and let's talk about it real quick for Coach Robin Porter. Nerves coming into this game, her first ever game as a head coach, wins it in convincing fashion, 83-55.
Yeah, trailed by a point at the end of the first quarter and probably was a lot more nervous at that point. But whatever she said in the huddle after the first quarter worked, and they were able to outscore Volunteer State by 28 points down the stretch. So really just a great job, a great game plan. You can really see the intensity she preaches, especially from a defensive perspective. That showed up out there tonight, and I really think that's going to be the identity of that Lady Indian basketball team.
So that's going to do it for the women's game. ICC picked up the 83-55 win here in the first game of the evening. The Indians taking on Volunteer State in about 15 minutes. So we're going to take a break and come back in about, let's call it 12 minutes here on Let's Go ICCTV.com, the red channel. Lady Indians win at 83-55. Back with more right after this.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.